Welcome back to beautiful Toronto at Consensus 25. Here with my man Pascal St-Jean, the president and CIO of 3iQ. It's great to see you.
Thank you.
And it's quite the vibe here in Toronto.
It's great. When we heard that Consensus was coming to Toronto last year, we are of course Canadian born and of course global today, but we wanted to represent. We have a bunch of our team members here, a bunch of panels, interviews. We're having a blast here in Toronto, and we love the fact that the community's embraced our hometown.
Well, you're doing incredible stuff at 3iQ, and I mean, I wanted to give you a chance to talk about this because there's a lot of, as you mentioned, a lot of great companies here, a lot of great people like you that are pushing this stuff forward. But you've got a really special mission that means the most to you. What is that at 3iQ?
Yeah, so I mean, in Canada, we're known for, basically being one of the OGs in the space to help really push the space forward from the regulatory side. So we were the first to launch a regulated Bitcoin and Ethereum exchange-traded product in North America, way before all the others. That was a 5-year journey with the regulators in Canada, all the way back 2017, launching in 2020, and then growing since then. And since then, we've evolved to include staking, Solana, most recently with our SOLQ ETF. But so people know us for our ETFs, and they know us as like, oh yeah, you guys are the OGs, you support the space. But our mission is really about bringing safe, simple, secure digital asset exposure to the world over. And ETFs for us was just the beginning of our journey, right? So when we talk about why we were so passionate about launching, for example, ETH staking or Solana or others, is it does give institutions and retail a simple, wrapped product that gives you access to the underlying, that gives access to the staking technology. But not only that, the ETFs are a gateway for mass adoption, and we know that by staking, which was super important, it secures the network. So our team's super passionate about building the space, not just about building ETFs. And so ETFs is phase one. Grow adoption, secure the networks through staking, and supporting the mining infrastructure as well. So we do a lot of that, sort of supporting the innovation. Phase two, right, is bringing more institutional to the game. So we do a lot of education. We're working with a lot of banks and asset managers globally.
The game has changed with that.
That's coming.
Yeah.
I can tell you there's going to be a bunch of announcements with 3iQ in the next year. We're bringing more of the big guys into the space, leading to other adoption. Phase three of the master plan is to then move on chain, because ultimately that's where we want to go. So how do we work with the foundations as an asset manager to bring more liquidity, to bring more innovation, to bring more people there? So our 3 divisions of our business are by design to help grow adoption and grow the space.
What does it mean to you? Because you're obviously a very passionate guy, to know that obviously you're doing incredible things, but you're also being so supportive of an industry that some people have been skeptical about. Other people, you mentioned, you said 2017, it probably feels like 20 years ago at times. But look how far we've come. Look at events like this, and look at people like you that are changing the game for the better. What does it mean to you to be able to be someone that is truly supporting the ecosystem to help this grow?
So I will admit that sometimes we forget to stop and look at what's happened. Right? My team is so passionate, hardcore believers, working day and night, right? I always joke around that our retention plan is about the mission, because everyone's got crypto. Every one of my team could retire tomorrow if they wanted to, right? They're working at 3iQ because they believe in the mission, and if we change that mission, they're like, you know what? It's not about helping the community more. I'm going to go do something else. So you'll meet that from the whole team. So yes, I'm happy to take some credit, but really it's about the team. So we're trying to do a better job at sometimes getting together. We have an offsite as a team in June. We're flying everyone globally to do just that. It's not about planning for the future. It's about pausing and saying, look at how far we've come, and look at how far the space has come, and just to celebrate, because it's this year in particular, it's been monumental.
And I'm so happy for you guys being able to do that. It's well deserved. When you look at where we're at right now, I mean, obviously it's a moment. I feel like we're in a moment here.
Yes.
Spin this thing forward for me, if you will. Get in that Doc Brown time machine, which is floating around here, by the way, the DeLorean with the hoverboard from Back to the Future. Obviously, I know how much it means to you to do what you're doing, and you mentioned your employees that obviously could be doing other things that are set for life, and they believe in what your mission. So that's awesome stuff. Where do you see us going 2 years, 5 years? Where do you see how you and 3iQ, I mean, the master plan's coming together, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
But how do you see it all fitting in as we continue to grow?
So my background has been in disruptive tech. So I've been in early web, early open source, or early AI. And there's everything. In my keynote, I joke around, I show this book that I have. It's the yellow pages of the internet. So before Google, you had to use yellow pages to figure out where can I go on the internet, right?
That's the Al Gore era.
Yeah, right? And so where I go with this is right now, we're still in the phase of of integrating the new into the current system. That happens with every technology, right? So the way the people that started the space, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, their vision of the future of the whole banking system is going to change, the whole government system is going to change. That never takes place with the technology, but but there is an integration that takes place, and then the world transforms forever. And I think that's what we're going to see in the next 3 to 5 years, is that it's not going to be the vision we all imagined 10 years ago, but the integration of the systems are happening. The master plan I described, we were helping to bring that forward, and there's going to be this net new thing in the next 5 years that I cannot describe yet because we don't know how it's going to happen, but it will be this new thing that will just improve society, across the world. That's what we believe in, right? So it's not about the next ETF. It's not about the next product. It's going to be this next new financial ecosystem, distributed, empowered globally, accessible to the world. That is coming, and it's all because we've been able to bring in both retail institutions, governments, and regulators to come together, and then one day something new gets born. That's what excites us.
And not knowing what it is,
we don't know what's coming.
It's pretty exciting, right?
I can tell you every disruptive tech ends up at that moment, and that's my projection.
Pascal St-Jean, the president CIO of 3iQ. I can't tell you how fascinating this conversation was, but I want to thank you for the passion you have, because you're changing the world.
Thank you.
So it was a pleasure to talk to you.
It was a pleasure being here. Thank you.